Welcome to day 2 of A Course in Miracles. The lesson today says, I have given everything I see all the meaning that it has for me. It is a progression to lesson 1. Lesson 1 said nothing means anything, and lesson 2 is helping us recognize for ourselves the reason why nothing means anything is because individually each person makes meaning out of everything through our own mind, through the conditioning of the past, through society. We are the ones making meaning or holding the meaning that someone else has made about everything. The invitation is to see for ourselves that simplicity. It's very simple. And this is actually, that simplicity is part of what the Course in Miracles offers us, that each lesson is fundamentally simple, and it instructs us to not exclude anything from that simplicity. And that way we start to know ourselves more deeply, because we recognize simplicity of truth is simple, but we're just not applying it everywhere. And that's where we get caught, and that's where we start to get friction and contraction and ultimately suffering. As we go through these lessons, my goal is to help us shine light to exercises that can help us make this journey simple and joyful, because ultimately truth is also joyful. I was actually thinking, when people recognize our freedom, everyone's going to be bouncing off the walls with joy, with authentic joy. I say that because I struggled a lot through this journey, and I now understand why. So my intention is to help us minimize the contraction, minimize the pain, minimize the suffering of letting go of old ideas that were keeping us contracted. A story that comes to mind is when I met my Course in Miracles teacher, Jorge Pellicer, Spaniard. He was asking me if I was delighting. How are you delighting in this path? And I'm like, yeah, I'm not sure that delight is how I would define what I'm experiencing. For a number of years, I practiced bringing joy and bringing delight to my experience, because I can see the authenticity in his delight, in his joy, and I borrowed that faith. So I say that because ultimately this practice is one that can be very joyful. And so my contribution, I would hope, is to support you in having a journey that is more delightful and joyful as you awaken more fully to your true self and your ultimate freedom, which cannot be found in the future. It is actually found right here and right now. So to make this process joyful, the invitation is to go around your day as if you had a magic wand of celebrating meaning, and go through your day, notice, live your life, but become aware, I'm the one making meaning. And it's like, oh, I'm making meaning of this, I'm making meaning of that, I'm making meaning of this. Make it playful that way. So just out of faith, make it playful. Celebrate that you're learning to see your mind more clearly, because it's going to help us see for ourselves the simplicity of the freedom that the Course is talking about and that every spiritual path is talking about. The simplicity of the path is to recognize that we already are free, that our mind is already free. I also want to introduce a concept that I'm calling looking forward while staying present. That's going to help us look forward to what will unfold and what we're going to be integrating, practicing aspects of that while staying present. So to bring that today. I want to introduce the concept of bringing kindness and compassion to any resistance that you may find. So kindness and compassion and freedom from guilt is ultimately what the course is leading us toward. But in today's exercise, I want to help us bring kindness and compassion if we find resistance anywhere, because this is actually part of integrating the exercise. That if you find resistance, the meaning behind that resistance is always a judgment. So in that moment, when you find resistance, bring kindness and compassion to your heart. It's like, oh, be gentle with yourself and realize I am making a judgment somewhere. But that is actually part of today's practice. I have a judgmental meaning about, and write down, help yourself stay present and be kind, even if judgment arises as you practice the lesson. Allowing yourself to rest in the safety that you're actually learning to see your mind clearly, and that this path is going to be one where it leads you to fulfillment and joy and freedom from that contraction, from judgment, from pain, from suffering ultimately. So with that said, I invite you to leave comments about your realizations, your unfolding, and enjoy the process of realizing the power of your mind. And I'll see you on lesson 3.